Welcome to another episode of Hard Lessons with Demel Hannah. I'm your host, Demel Hannah. And I've been locked up, man. You know, I know it ain't even been 2 years yet. Shit, I done seen so much shit. You know what I'm saying? Around this time, probably, I'm in communication with my attorney, public defender, appellate public defender, but she fought for me, you know what I mean? She fought for me. She did, since the beginning, we have first connected in 1999, she wrote me, you get a letter from the appellate court. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know who the courts. Well, you get a letter from the public defender's office. You know what I'm saying? The appellate public defender's office, letting you know who they have assigned as your direct contact, your attorney. So around this time, I know her. I done wrote her back. I'm 19, so I think I know some shit. I don't know shit, though. I know this some bullshit. I know I'm sitting in this motherfucking cell, and I still can't fucking believe it. You know what I'm saying? I know that much. You know what I mean? I haven't reached, certain levels of articulation and, of understanding. I haven't reached those levels yet. I'm 19, but I know how to survive. You know what I'm saying? I know how to survive. I know how to not get caught up in no goofy shit. But it's still some things that I don't know how to do. And so I think my attorney, she's aware of that. But I'm asking questions and she's transparent with me. But my most valuable weapon at that time, man, was my mother. Man, shit. She was with this organization called Mothers Against Injustice. And, man, they was really protesting, for their sons or their brothers or their husbands' release. It was a collection of mothers, you know what I mean, that have, whatever resources they have consolidated those resources, and they trying to get their loved ones out of jail, out of prison. So my mother, she is they had like put together kind of like my brief. I describe it like a brief because when I had got my brief from my attorney, I had got theirs. I had got my mother. She was at the hem of it all, and everybody else that assisted her in putting that document together. It was genius, man. I used that document. The document, I still have it. It was genius because these people, they weren't like, in hindsight, they weren't attorneys. They didn't know shit about the law, really. You know what I mean? But it was an emotional document that was brilliant. Because when you operating in the blind of something, when you fighting someone, but this someone or something is blind, the only thing that you can do is fight with emotion. If you think about it. If you blindfolded, but you gotta fight, you don't know where they coming. You don't know which way they coming, how many. But you fight with emotion. So even though my mother, she had at this time, I think she was leading up to probably graduating from college, cause she was leading up to, so she had probably read some books and stuff like that, but she didn't have a law degree. She hadn't went to law school or anything like that. She had, she had traveled through life, and had run-ins with law enforcement, and she like, man, I'm gonna help my son, in whatever capacity that I can. And her just offering her services, I think, was a lot. And she knew the case because she lived in the community. She had heard about it, you know what I mean? And just so happened her son, was damn, it's a real moment right here. I never asked my mother how that shit kind of made her feel. I wonder how I never asked her. I wonder how parents feel of children accused of murder. Well, damn. I don't know. I can't speculate. I like to answer that. But she was my greatest ally, greatest asset. I mean, man, she is the she helped them, put together that document. You know what I'm saying? They had so much stuff that I used. I used pieces of those certain layers, in future documents. When I learned the law, I could go back into that they did in 1999, 2000, and say, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, and I'm gonna put that in there, throw that in there, so I was able to appreciate the document later as I, progressed in prison. But what they did was genius. She was with an organization. Y'all could look it up. It was a legitimate organization called Mothers Against Injustice. One of my homies, he became real cool. Alf, you know what I'm saying? We became real cool, man. He was somebody in that too. His mother and his father, rest in peace. They was in the organization. It was another guy that was in state. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would know some of these guys, their parents is also pushing for their freedom, pushing for their release. My mother, she was pushing for my release. She was pushing, man, because she knew I was innocent. She did. So when I ain't had nobody, I had her. Shit. Hell yeah. Because she knew I was innocent. She knew I was innocent. So she never really left, I think, willingly, you know what I mean? Or anything like that. Everybody go through life struggles and adversity and stuff. But man, my mother, that was really all I had at that point. Straight up, because they had just gave me that fresh time. They gave me all that time. So I lost so many people from the time that I came in the county. Think about that. Like, look, every time something change, I lose people. Okay, cool. I go from the street to the county, I lose people. Let's say I started with when I got locked up that day, 50 people loved me, right? Okay. When I got in the county, maybe it was only 15. That fast, 35 people then fell off. From the county to the joint. Now I probably only got 5 at most from the 15. I probably got 5. So, my mother, she was always in those groups. You know what I'm saying? People that I did have. And she taught me a lot. She taught me a lot for I think what she taught me was that if you innocent, fight. I promise you. She did. Yep. I fought the whole damn way. I did. Because my mother, she wasn't, she got a degree. She didn't have a law degree, but she had joined this organization. strictly for the purpose of getting me out of prison. For real. She joined the organization, Mothers Against Injustice, to get me out. You know, she fought. She taught me something. You know what I'm saying? She did. So shit. That's why I fought in the capacity that I did. But my mother, you know, like she helped them put together that document. They sent it to me then when matter of fact, I was using that document to like write some of my letters to my attorney. Like some things they would say in the document, I'll be putting it in the letter to my attorney. Like, but look, don't you think, not letting her know that I got this. Look what my OG and them did. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm like, look, if she don't do right, I'm a foul, you know, because I'm rebellious like that, man. I'm like, if my lawyer don't impress me with her document, I'm a tell the courts that I don't want her, and I violate shit. That's how I was. That's how I was thinking. You know what I mean? I promise you, that's how I was thinking. But her document was good. It was good. It was good. Her document was good. But they sent that to me first, so that gave me motivation. You know, it did, because I don't think I said it out loud, but I was like, if my mother can do this, I can too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm shit, it's my case. I want out just as much as she want me out. You know what I mean? So, leading up to the completion of my brief, I was beginning to learn the law because of that document. Mothers Against Injustice and them had sent me. That document taught me the law. It did. It gave me a blueprint. It gave me an idea, because I was just reading it and reading it and reading it and reading it. It was like food. You know what I mean? It was like food. Like I couldn't forget the taste of it. I read it so much. For real. I couldn't forget the taste of it. I read it so much. You know, that document. And it's getting towards the end of the year now. I'm finna experience another change. Peace.